See, I was about to get the yapping and I was muted. I am here. All right, so so she went through the first part of the peso mode. So now we're gonna go into more of the own media, which is the websites. And we highlighted three particular pages because aside from the products, these were the most visited pages. So of course, we're gonna do an audit on the homepage first. So what we found and saw, they have great on-page content. So when we scroll, the pictures are they pop out. They have different kinds of women on different pictures. They have like the pictures and the content is really great. But when we looked into the performance is very low and their loading time is very slow, resulting to the poor performance. And then for the technicalities, the title and meta descriptions are the meta description tags are great. But there are multiple H1 tags, and they're also using the alt text, but it's not optimized for SEO. So what we recommend is that you optimize your visuals to reduce loading time so that the user can have a better experience. So so I guess like certain pages, I mean certain pictures, because they're so big, as you can see on the homepage, like that's really, really big. So of course it's going to take like a lot of time to load. And then there's like other pictures like that as well. And then also condensed to one H1 tag so that upon Google search, they can determine which tag is important. So just one. And then of course optimize those images for SEO for that better user experience. And this is for desktop and mobile experiences. All right. And then for content audit two, sustainability. So sustainability, that's another page where they have a lot of content and they're able to access different articles and as well as how to like Bernadette was saying earlier, you're able to be like to have access to all the charities and to actually become a partner. So what we found is that the content, once again, it was really great, but the email pop-up was very present in this once again, like the homepage is a low performance due to the slow loading time, but especially more so for the mobile setup compared to the desktop. And then for the technical, title tag is present, and then it's missing a meta description and H1 tags, and then also the alt image isn't optimized for SEO. So we recommend that we eliminate the email pop-up for this particular page because it isn't relevant. Because when we do the email pop-ups, that tends to help with the products per se, or more yeah, more so getting to, I guess, know the company a little bit more. So like with sustainability, this is kind of established. So it wouldn't be relevant to the page and it slows down the performance and the loading time. And then also create that title tag that's more specific. And so instead of just having just sustainability, so we would suggest that you drew Thrive Cosmetics Sustainability Promise. So for more search purposes, and it allows the content to stand alone and tell the audience exactly what it is before clicking it. And as there are no relevant H1 tags, the recommendation is to use the main image on the page as the H1 tag. So what you see right here that says sustainability is at the heart of Thrive Cosmetics, it's embedded in that particular picture or like part of that website, but we feel like that would be a great H1 tag for this particular page. All right. And content audit three, their blog. Um, so what we saw with the blog is that the content is updated in recent. There's a low performance due to excessive DOM size and unused JavaScript for both desktop and mobile, and that seemed to be a common a problem that we noticed. And then for the technical, the meta description is descriptive, but it's inaccurate. And then this also has multiple H1 tags. So we recommend that the blog page can utilize subcategories for topics of their content. So as you can see here with the blog, they just have all the articles. So if we wanted to look at like a certain thing, that's when those subcategories would come into play. And using those subcategories can also help with SEO optimization. So like the keywords here, the self-care routine, sustainability, commitment, and change the meta description because the meta description it wasn't a good practice to mislead the audience because it says something about the breaking news and it doesn't do news at all. And next page. So the content development strategy with their website. So you see here that they have multiple pages for the we have multiple screenshots of the website. So going back to earlier with the different photo albums and timelines of all the different things that they do. Their content is really good, but the only recommendation that I would have is that you have to scroll all the way to the bottom to get access to their blog. And their blog is literally one of their biggest pieces of content. And looking into those different stories is how you get to know the company. So I would suggest that they will move it up towards the top under one of the four main tabs, which is makeup, skincare, merchandise, and our mission. And we should probably put it under the mission since a lot of the content that they have in the blog pertains to that. And then for email, so these are so the pictures are actual emails because we signed up for the email we signed up for their email list, and these are literally like what they sent us. And then Bernadette also made an actual purchase, so she added that in there as well. And she did, and they show a follow-up of her recent purchase email as well. So fewer transactional emails, more informational ones. We can recommend that they do tips and tricks of how to and get the look. So like doing like different beauty like infographics there that could be helpful. And they can and a lot of these things in the email they can cross-reference or cross-post in their website. So like the newsletter focusing on better the beauty spotlights and giving partners. And then for the social media, so these are the different social media that they have. They have a YouTube channel where they talk about their giving back stories and different testimonials from customers. Then they have the Pinterest, and they also have TikTok. And then they also have Instagram as well, but that's further into but that's in the documents. So we recommend that they do short tutorials, like quick engagement tutorials to keep and makeup hacks using the actual products so they can see what they can do and just have those different people doing those things. So that also led to the user generated content. So if I see like they might not have everyone there, but if a user generated content, if I see someone with this product that looks like me, I'm more inclined to get it compared to someone that doesn't look like me on the website. And then also get into those popular TikTok trends so that can run your numbers up so you can get more views, so you can get more interaction. So then people can actually look into what Thrive Cosmetics does and stands for. Do those behind the scenes, the short videos of what they do at Thrive Cosmetics, showing that transparency. And of course, we noticed that they don't do a lot of influencer collaborations. So that is a good way to collaborate with estheticians. They can collaborate with makeup artists on their products and just showing what the products do and just kind of having that enhancing that credibility.